Hi kindergarten, happy Monday. Today we are going to work on page 287 and 288. But first, let's practice with counting and let's count all the way to 100 by tens. I'm going to use my hands to show 10 every time we count another 10. Ready? Count with me. Ready, set, go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Great job. And now we're going to work together on making some numbers. So here I wrote on my whiteboard all of the numbers 0 through 9. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so we're going to work together to build some numbers that I call out. So the first number that I'm thinking of is 37. What two numbers do we need to write 37? We need our 3. 37. What comes next? Our 7. 37. Good job. How about the number 72? What digits do we need to make 72? We need our 7 and we need our 2. But where do we put our 2? Should we put it right here? Is that 72? No. What does this say? This says 27. So we need to actually put our 2 over here. 72. Remember, these are the tens and these are the ones. So 70, remember when we counted with our hands, that means we went like this 70 times. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, plus 2 more, 71, 2, right? Let's do a couple more numbers. How about 48? How can we write 48? My 2 got a little erased. First, we need our 4. Those are our tens. 48. How many ones do we have? 8. We're using these digits to make 48. And last one, how about the number 61? 61. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. We did that 6 times. So I need my 6. 61. How many ones do I have? Just one. 61. All right, kindergarten, listen closely because I have a quick story to tell you, and we need to listen closely to write our number sentence. So my story today is Mrs. Brown baked 4 apple pies on Monday morning. She baked 2 cherry pies on Monday afternoon. How many pies did Mrs. Brown bake on Monday? So let's think. How many pies did Mrs. Brown make on Monday? We need to find out. Well, first, how many pies did she make in the morning? She made 4 pies in the morning. And then do you think we're going to add or subtract those pies that she made in the afternoon? We're going to add. And how many pies did Mrs. Brown bake in the afternoon? 2. Good job. So how many pies all together did Mrs. Brown bake on Monday? 4 plus 2 equals, I'll draw some pies. 4 plus 2 equals 6. And Mrs. Brown baked 6 pies on Monday, but she took 1 pie to her pastor and his wife. So how many pies does Mrs. Brown have now? So she has her 6 pies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pies. And she gave 1 to her pastor and his wife. So we're going to add or subtract that 1 pie. We're going to subtract minus 1. And what can I do to my picture to show subtraction of just 1 pie? I can cross it out. So now how many pies does Mrs. Brown have left? 5. So today, friends, we are going to talk about the different seasons in the year. And before we talk about winter, spring, summer, and fall, we're going to review the months of the year. So why don't you be my echo? Ready? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Good job, friends. And so we're going to talk about what months are in which season. In Genesis 8:22, the Bible says that God said, as long as the earth remains, there will be planting and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night. And so the Bible shows us that God gave us seasons for a very special reason. So the first season that we're going to talk about is winter. What comes to your mind when I say winter? What do you see in the picture? I see maybe the beginning of a snowman, some hot cocoa, snowflakes, so that's probably going to be cold. Do you think there are leaves on trees in the month of winter? I don't think so. They're probably don't have many leaves. It's so cold. They haven't grown yet. And there are 3 months in the season of winter. How many months? 3. The first one is December. This is the month that we celebrate Christmas, and it's the month that we go on winter break or Christmas break. The next month is January. That's when we celebrate the New Year's, and that's the month that we come back to school. And in February, it's still rainy and cold, so it's still part of the season of winter. So the 3 months of winter are December, January, February. Now, once it kind of starts to get just a little bit warmer, you might notice that the flowers start to grow and the trees start to get a little greener, and you hear birdies in a bird's nest close by. That is the season of spring. Can you say spring? Good job. We see the flowers growing, the birdies, there's lots of ladybugs and other bugs. We were learning about insects the other day. So spring. And the 3 months of spring are March. This is the first month of spring. Then April. And then the month that we are in now. What are we in right now? May. Good job. We're in May. So the 3 months of spring are March, April, May. Now the next season, it gets just a little bit warmer. It's the warmest season of the year. And this season, usually we go on vacation from school. What do you think the next season is? Summer, you're right. Summer. I think of watermelon because I eat a lot of watermelon in the summertime. We go to the beach, maybe you go swimming, maybe you go to the river. We wear our flip-flops and our shorts and our t-shirts because it's so hot outside. So this is the season of summer. And the 3 months in summer are June. This is when we go on summer vacation. June. July. Remember the 4th of July when we eat hamburgers and hot dogs and there's fireworks? That's in the summertime. And the last one is August. Some schools go back to school in August at the very, very end. This is when it kind of gets really sticky and hot outside. So the 3 months in summer are June, July, and August. Now in spring, everything is starting to grow back. So do you think that there's leaves and flowers in summertime? You betcha, exactly. But then something happens. There's a season called fall. And this is when all the leaves fall because guess what? It's starting to get a little bit cooler and it's going to go back into winter. It's like a cycle. So we go from winter and then we warm up just a little bit. Remember we talked about our thermometer? So can you picture the red getting a little bit warmer? And then we go to summer. It's really warm. It's really tall on our thermometer right now. But then it cools down just a little bit in the fall. And so in the fall time, you might think of cozy sweaters, maybe some cozy drinks, some apple pie, carving pumpkins. And so the 3 months of fall are September, October, and the last one is November. And the holiday in November that we are familiar with is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving happens in the fall. So the 3 months of fall are September, October, and November. You guys can't see it. There you go. September, October, November. And then once fall is over in November, it goes all the way back and it gets really cold and we go back to winter. And we go from winter to spring, spring to summer, summer to fall. What are the 3 months of winter? December, January, February. What are the 3 months of spring? March, April, May. Good job. What are the 3 months of summer? June, July, and August. And what are the 3 months of fall? September, October, November. What do you think the hottest season is? I think summer. Fall can get pretty hot too, but I think it's definitely summer. What do you think the coldest season is? If you guessed winter, I think you're right. Now for page 287 for math, you need some scissors and some tape or some glue. So for the first part, we have to do some cutting. We have to cut out the 4 trees at the bottom of the page. So will you do that with me? So we should have our 4 trees cut out now. We have our orange one, our green one with some white flowers, our one with no flowers and it looks like snow, and then our beautiful green one. And so what we have to do is we have to put the tree next to the season we think it fits best. So let's start with this one. Which season is this? Spring. And the 3 months in spring are March, April, and May. Now remember, in spring I said that things start to grow and flowers start to bloom. So out of the 4 trees, which one do you think we should put next to spring? Do you think we're going to put a tree like this? Probably not. This one doesn't have any flowers. What about this one? Well, I see some trees on the ground, so I don't think that one. Now, what about these two? Could we use either of these? We sure could. But which one shows that maybe there's flowers and some new growth in spring? I think this one. So we're going to tape or glue this tree next to spring. Now let's go down to fall. Now what are the 3 months in fall? September, October, November. Now remember, this is the season where those leaves start to fall. They might turn a different color, like red, orange, yellow. It starts to get a little bit colder. So out of the 3 trees that we have left, which one do you think we should tape next to fall? Should we tape this one? No, there's no leaves. We have to show that leaves are falling. But remember I said that they sometimes change color? I think we should do this one. So now we have our 2 trees taped. Next, you have summer and winter. Now remember, summer is really hot, but there's still trees on the leaves, right? And in the season of summer, we have June, July, and August. And then last season is winter, and that can be really cold. There's no leaves on the trees, it's maybe snowing, and those months are December, January, and February. So I want you to finish the last 2 on your own, okay? You can do it. Turn your page over to the back side, and you'll notice that the instructions say to follow your teacher's instructions. So these are my directions for you. We need to find the winter picture. Where's the winter picture? Can you put a purple X in the box under the winter picture? Good job. Now for the next one, find the spring picture. Put a green X in the box under it. So for winter, we have a purple X. For spring, we have a green X. Now can you find the summer picture? Can you put a red X in the box under it? Winter is a purple X. Spring is a green X. Summer is a red X, and for fall, I need you to put a brown X in the box underneath it. So for winter, purple, spring is green, summer is red, and fall is brown, okay? Now go to the bottom here, and it looks like we have some number sentences. And right here, we're going to draw a picture to go with the story that I tell you. You need either a blue crayon or colored pencil and a red crayon or colored pencil. So listen to my story. My story says, on Friday, Mrs. Brown baked 3 blueberry pies in the morning and 2 strawberry pies in the afternoon. How many pies did Mrs. Brown bake on Friday? So I would imagine that you might do something like this. You might put 3 blueberries to show the 3 blueberry pies. And then you might draw 2 red to show the strawberry pies. Now, how many pies did she make all together? Why don't you put your answer here? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you got 5, you are correct. Good job. Now the next one, remember my story said that she gave 1 to her pastor and his wife. So what could you do to your picture to show that she gave 1 of her pies away? You could put an X through it. So now 5 minus 1 equals, what does our picture show now? If you put 4, you are correct. All right, kindergarten, that's it for today. I had so much fun talking about the months and the season of the year. I am really excited for summer. What's your favorite season? I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye.